This is Vishal from the team of College Dunya, welcoming Dr. Saklani, Dr. Alok Saklani, who has completed his schooling from St. Joseph's Academy in Dehradun. He holds a master's and doctoral degree in business studies from HNB Gadwal University. He underwent advanced training from Andhra University in Visakhapatnam, IIM Ahmedabad, and FRNM, formerly a research institute of Duke University in the USA. He has been engaged in teaching, research, and academic administration for the last 40 years, both in Uttarakhand and Delhi. Beginning his career in HNB Gadwal in the year of 1979, he last served as professor and dean before he left and went over to Delhi to join the well-known APJ School of Management in New Delhi, where he worked as its director until early 2017. Currently, he is working as the advisor on academic quality at Swami Rama Himalayan University, Dehradun, with an additional charge of Dean of the School of Management. He has been an active researcher with paper publications in international research journals and conference presentations across Europe, Asia, and the Americas. He is also a key faculty trainer as well as a corporate trainer. Sir, we would like to welcome you on behalf of College Dunia team. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi Vishal, nice to interact with you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Great. So I have some interesting questions for you, sir, that the students would like to know about Swami Rama Himalayan University and your philosophy of leadership.
Okay.
So my first question is, you have held key positions at education institutes throughout your professional career. What are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector?
As human beings, apart from what all other living forms like animals and other insects and other mammals, whatever they do, human beings, being far more intelligent, at least that is what we believe. So being far more intelligent, they need to do something beyond the normal daily sustenance, living, breathing, and so on. Humans ought to look at understanding the entire universe that we live in. And for that, research, education is the platform, right? So I have been connected with education primarily because of my love for reading, understanding, and a bit of writing. That's what keeps me in education.
That's amazing, sir. I'm glad to hear that. My next question would be, being the Dean of Management Studies at Swami Rama Himalayan University, what is your philosophy of leadership and how would you describe your leadership style?
An organization should be very clear about its mission and what it wants to do and where it wants to reach in a certain timeline. That is the vision. So if an organization is clear about what it wants to achieve within a certain time frame and is able to again strategize how to reach there and subsequently communicate this all or their students or their staff. If the management is able to do all this, then people will very happily come aboard and wherever required, impart them training. And if this is also in place, then the team stays motivated and contributes to the organization for the fulfillment of its goals.
Right, sir. I completely agree with that. That's a fantastic vision that you have. My next question for you will be, being the Dean of Management Studies at SRHU, how do you strategize about the key programs and plans for the marketing and administration of your university?
See, we are part of society, and being there, we constantly see what is happening in industry, what is happening in other parts of society, what is required to be done, what certain organizations, whether they are business organizations or they are governmental organizations or they are non-governmental organizations, we see what they are trying to do in order to fulfill whatever objectives a nation has set for itself, right? So when these organizations are carrying out their functions, they need people. And what kind of people? What kind of role? That is where any educational institution ought to keep its eye so that it can see what is required in this society for what roles and what are the competencies that are needed for fulfillment of those roles. Accordingly, the institution should develop its programs, should revise its programs, and should introduce new courses and contents. So that is how we plan for our programs. With respect to marketing, this is not like commercial products and services, right? Education is not part of industry. Education is a sector where we do need to tell people about who we are, what we do, how we do, what we are good at, what kind of programs we offer, and in what kind of programs students can take admissions with different aptitudes, right? So in order to convey that, we do a couple of things. One is we talk to our current students and keep reminding them about what we are and inform them about anything new that we have in our minds. Similarly, our alumni, we engage with our alumni and we communicate to them about what we are doing and what new we are planning to do. Then come the future students, right? Now, we go to institutions where we know the students will come to us from, or we hope and aspire they will come to us from. So we go to these institutions through their academic heads. Then we interact with the students. We talk to them about what they dream in life, what they want to do in terms of a career, and explain to them, define details about what possible careers are open for them. And then once we know the career choices that people have very broadly in their minds, then we explain to them what kind of programs are feasible for them. And if we are offering some of those programs, which most likely is the case, then we also tell them about our own program. So this is not a typical advertising kind of marketing approach, but a direct connect with our existing, past, and future students.
Glad to know that, sir. Thank you so much. I'll now proceed to our next question, which is, the education systems in India and other foreign countries are structured very differently. In your experience, what can an inbound student gain from studying here in SRHU?
The Swami Rama Himalayan University is an institution set up with an absolutely different mission. Not only providing higher education, but the very goal is to help develop holistic human beings who can contribute in society, right? So this is our objective. Because the institution has been set up by a very noble person, a very well-known yogi called Swami Rama, about whom there are several pages on the Encyclopedia Britannica. So because of the vision of Swamiji, because of the very uh, meaning of life for Swamiji, as explained to him by uh, to all of us, the institution focuses not only on hardcore learning, hardcore teaching, but also imbibing values. Considerations about your friend next door, people of different castes and creeds, not only about earning, but also about giving and sharing, right? So, with these kind of values, which are kind of unusual, in other educational institutions, and very deep rooted in our institution. With this kind of a system, the students coming from other nations and other parts of India uh, will benefit and have been benefiting, and we are sure they would, go back as fuller and holistic human beings, individuals who are contributing very effectively to the society.
Correct, sir. Thank you for your answer. I'll now move on to our next question. Right. So, what would you like people to know about Swami Rama Himalayan University that they may not know?
Okay, the institution set up by Swami Rama was initially a medical hospital for people of all walks of life, especially those who came from underprivileged sectors. Then it grew into a medical college, and then it expanded to nursing program, and then the top management realized that any institution should be holistic in nature, uh, should have multi-disciplines. In fact, the new education policy talks about multidisciplinary institutions, not standalone institutions, but integrated ones where science, uh, humanities, uh, arts, medical, engineering, all these disciplines are very well connected and integrated. So that is what the Swami Rama Himalayan University thought of. How the university offers many programs, including biosciences, paramedical sciences, then clinical research, then management, engineering, yoga, programs like these. So people ought to know. Many people know, but there are still some who may not be aware that Swami Rama Institution has extended from just a medical and a nursing college to a multidisciplinary college, and it, as I said earlier, it shares deep values with students. As I said, and I'll repeat again: sharing, giving, selflessness, integrity, commitment, sincerity. All these are values that people may not find in many other institutions, but we do live it in our every breath, every day in this institute. This is what I want people to know.
Glad, sir. I hope that the message passes through. Now, I'll come to our last question for the day, which would be, what would be your suggestions to the current youth and their aspiring students?
See, the current youth is the contributor to the society tomorrow. For me, if I'm a young student, for me, education does not mean merely learning science or arts or commerce or management or whatever, or engineering or medical. But for a student, one has to see as to what life offers in terms of contributions, what is possible in society, what is needed in society, and then for the student to see what I would like to do here, where I would like to contribute. So it's not about disciplines, it's about your desire to contribute in the society. And whatever role that you decide for yourself, then the next point is, okay, how do I prepare myself for that role? For example, I want to contribute towards well-being and health of citizens of our country. If that is my desire, then very naturally the program that I ought to undertake or pursue is either medical science, paramedical science, or nursing program, or other allied health science program. Right? So it's not about doing a course, it's about pursuing your own dream. That's what a student ought to do. Look at what he or she wants to do. Then accordingly, whatever is required in terms of education, in terms of a discipline, that's what he or she should be doing. Secondly, it's not about isolated courses or programs. As the new education policy also mentions, it has to be multidisciplinary. So if I am, let's say, studying for either engineering or medicine, I just don't have to see about feeding people or building bridges. I have to understand people. I have to understand people's sentiments, their emotions, and see how they communicate, and then try to relate to them. I'll be able to perform my functions in the role that I choose more effectively with that. Lastly, no individual brick creates a building. There are many bricks there. Same goes for players, individuals in any organization. Individuals in any organization play a role, but they do so in teams, right? So the ability to talk to people, work with people, understand people, communicate with people, have confidence in people, create confidence, create trust in others towards yourself. All these things are very important. Hence, discussions, listening to others, sharing your own thoughts, these are important. Arriving at decisions with consensus and then following whatever has been decided with full letter and spirit. That is what a team player does. So, specializing in your discipline, but also relating to society and other walks of life, also trying to understand other disciplines, and then being a team player. These are three critical things for any student who is preparing himself or herself for tomorrow and for the careers coming. Right, Vishal? Have I been able to address your query?
Yes, sir. You did. And I think all the students who would be listening and to this interview and watching this video will have a brief idea about the vision of Swami Rama Himalayan University and what the leaders in that university and in this organization think about. I would like to thank you on behalf of the entire College Dunia team for taking out your prestigious time and speaking to us. It actually really means a lot. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Vishal. Thank you so much. God bless you.